Hello, everybody. We're on episode 65 on
Good afternoon.
Friday, the 19th of February 2021. Here again.
And I was just trying to work out, have we only got one more in February 26th? We've only got one more in February. Then that's February done.
And that's February done. Where the heck is the time going? I really do not know.
I don't know. Spring's here, other than today, but
I know. At least the weather's warmer. I mean, how can it change like 10 degrees in a day? It's bonkers.
I know.
Absolutely bonkers. So,
right.
Let's all just sit and wait and see if this chat's working again. Oh, excuse me, blowing my nose.
There's clearly some sort of time delay.
There must be. Who knows?
That's just started, but we're here. We know you're there. We just can't see you or hear you yet. But
no, it'll all of a sudden it'll just come plonking on. Macaroni jumper today?
Yeah, it was definitely a macaroni jumper day today. So I thought it needed to be done.
Your macaroni, I think I'm. Oh gosh, nearly tipped my seat up. I'm leopard today, I think. Cheetah, leopard, whatever.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, this could end in disaster. We could end up anywhere.
Oh my lord! It honestly could. Well, we're still waiting to see if any comments are coming through. Somebody,
I can see people are watching, so we know you're out there.
Right, I'll put a thing on. Let's see if that clicks it off. Who knows? Anyway, we're here. We're here in body. Whether we're here in mind, we'll soon find out, won't we? You have to excuse me sniffing. I've got a bit of a cold.
That's only yours has only just come through. There's a time delay between you and I. This is not going well.
This is not going well at all. I mean, happy days. Right.
There we go.
Here we go. It all comes through all at once. Hello,
all
everybody.
At once, yes.
Typical.
Well, clearly, there is something. It's got to be something with YouTube. I don't watch lives normally, so I don't know how quickly the comments come on, but they're there, and we know they come. So
yeah, we're there. We're here. We're there. We're there.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know what's happening. It must, like you said, it must be some sort of delay that happens, mustn't it? So
yeah.
We are here, aren't we? We are really here.
Maybe that's in case people go live unintentionally. I don't know, but you're all here, so
maybe it could be, couldn't it? Well, I think I'll let you do most of the talking today.
Well, you've got loads more to show than me.
I don't think I have. I've got a finished object. Do you want to
definitely must have, because I keep seeing it all. So
well, I've got a finished object.
I've not got any finished objects.
I've got one finished object. I finished my Midnight and Cream Laurel shawl by Knox Mountain.
The Midnight, it looks a lot darker on camera. I mean, that looked black, but you can see the difference in colours.
I cast that off on Tuesday. So it's been cast off quite a long time. Again, a fairly quick knit, so that hasn't taken me that long to knit it. And I really like it. I like the colours. Hi, Sue. Sue joined us this week for our knitting at it. I've got my voice back a bit more today, Sue.
I mean, you've clearly picked your jumper to go with your shawl.
You'd think I had, but I didn't.
How much did you have left then?
I've got not much left of the cream. I would say I probably got about 20 grams left of the cream out of 100 grams.
Right.
And then of the other, I would say I've got about 50 grams of the Midnight. So it's taken.
Really?
Well, so it's taken 150. It's 2 balls. It says. It says two 100 grams of the main colour and then 100 grams of the other.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it was 2 100-gram balls.
And what I'm thinking of doing is the what I've got left of it, making a the Stars at Midnight.
Yes.
Just using it up in that. But I love it. I mean, I really like the red one I've got. So I've gone from Sunderland colours, so my husband's happy, to Newcastle colours, so my brother's happy. So, I've covered all bases now, haven't I, really?
Or Grimsby Town.
Or Grimsby Town, whichever, from the north east.
Whoever you want to be.
I'm from the north east. That's the rivalry. So whenever the two teams are played, depends what mood my brother and my husband are in as to what messages they get. Yes, it was. I find it a fairly quick knit because this bit, the stripy bit, grows really quick because it's just mind-numbing.
And you're starting with
double knit.
Yeah, and you're starting with, I'm guessing, 3 stitches, are you?
And then you get to sort of the first bit of the pattern, which has got a diamond. You can sort of see it there, can't you?
Oh yes, you can. You couldn't see it before. That just looked like the tonal differences in the yarn.
See the dark. You can see it's a diamond there, and then
and
then you get. So that seems to take forever, just because I think you don't do it in one colour. Then you get to the brick section, it goes quick, and then you're there.
How many stitches do you finish with? Oh,
that many. I'd like to say.
It doesn't say on the pad, or maybe it does, but you can't remember.
I don't know where that is. 200 and something. I'll have a look on my iPad in a minute. Hooray for the tune.
I'm just thinking that's the thing with the double knit. Even when you've got really long rows, actually, it's not that many stitches, is it?
No, and it's a really nice knit. I really enjoyed it. So I've got the red one and I've got the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah, really like it. I like
Very nice.
I think that's me. That's my fill done now of that shawl. For I've got my red one and I've got my black one.
I really like it. And if it was a different shape, I would knit it. But
I think I'll wear that probably a lot with my leather jacket, my black leather jacket. That one.
Yeah.
When you're allowed to go out and go places where you can.
It'll be summer then. You won't need your jacket.
Won't need my jacket. I'll just need a shawl on like that, won't I? Can you imagine it with like a nice white T-shirt?
I mean, I think the black and white you can wear. I mean, the red and white is lovely. The black and white you can wear with almost anything, can't you?
Yeah, everybody's liking me tune. I just need a few blue stars on, don't I? My brother's got the blue stars as tattoos. Took me a while to work out what they were.
Did you just think he'd
lost the plot?
Astronomy or something?
I lost the plot.
Yeah, that is I thought it was only 200 grams, but even 250 grams, that's a...
It's, I'll tell you how many stitches. It's, you see, I've made a mess. I had to change a password before and it hasn't worked out on all of them. So some things I can't get into.
Oh.
Right, so at the end, 188 stitches. So it's not.
I mean, it's nothing, is it?
No, nothing. Not a lot at all. It's a little bit more than that because you start off with that on the last bit. So I would say it's probably just under 200 stitches.
200, yeah.
But the amount of yarn you need, it says for the cream colour, 115 grams. I didn't use that much. As I say, I probably only used about 70 grams. And then the other one, it says you need 185 grams. And I certainly used a lot less than that.
Right. So it's saying 300 grams in total, isn't it?
Yeah. I used a heck of a lot less than that.
And did you go with the same needle size as well?
I did exactly what it said on the tin. I know I'm a bit more of a tight knitter, but I don't think I'm not particularly. And it was on size 4 needles, so yeah.
Very nice. I've always liked it. Well, as soon as I saw Anne knitting it, unless I knit it as a present, it's still really nice.
So that was good of me that I've actually furnished you with some relevant information that you needed there.
That's very good.
Being able to give you everything. I didn't use the super stretchy bind off. I just did my usual. I bound off on a size 8 needle. So when I cast off, I just did that. So it made it fairly stretchy. It's stretched enough.
Well, it looks like it's, as blocked as you'll have blocked it, but it looks like it's blocked really nicely as well. That's the only reason you need to stretch your cast off, isn't it? So you can...
Yeah. So you can, that edge, you can just make it tighter. But
yeah.
No, so we cast off for this week. So I think I'm going to have quite a few things to show in my February.
You are. I'll have some, because I had finished objects last week, but this week I have slowed myself down because I couldn't keep going at the pace I was going at. So exactly. I did have to just have a word with myself and slow myself down, and not stay up till all hours just trying to knit something so I'd got something for the podcast.
I was extremely hacked off before I came on here. The reason I've been messing about with passwords is because I went to look for some photos. I needed to try and find some old photos that I had on the Big Mac that I'd saved onto my time machine, terabytes, and I've gone to look at them, trying to load it onto this computer. They're not there. So I've lost about 1,000 photos.
Where have they gone?
They're not on the machine, and the Big Mac's been completely wiped because it went wrong. So we've had it sort of rebuilt. So I've lost all my photos. They're
not saved on your iCloud or anything?
No, I took them off the iCloud because it was I had so many, and I downloaded them onto me terabyte. That was So they've all gone. I think I've lost them all. Grace when she was little, my mum.
You never know, you might find them.
David's going to have a look, but every time I try and load it on my Apple, on my MacBook, it just keeps bringing up a new, like an empty photos.
They'll have hidden them somewhere.
I think they've gone. I'm not happy, and I'm in the bad books.
Oh dear. Hello, Becky. And thank you for my bits. And if Daisy's there, Daisy, thank you very much for the card. Marie dropped it off early when she picked some orders up.
When I had some wool thrown at me.
Yes.
We did a throwing competition at each other, didn't we?
It was yesterday. We've not had any orders at the beginning of the week, and then they all came in yesterday. I
was yesterday wanting photos, because that's something if you want to know what colours go, just send us a message, and it'll be me that picks it up because I've got all the colours here, and I'll just put them together. So I had a few calls yesterday where I was putting colours together, and
it was quite good because as well, it's like, well, this is the project I want to do. What would you recommend? And they'd got the one colour they wanted, and it's what should we go with it? So.
And I even yesterday, I ended up doing like a video chat with somebody because it was easier than kept messaging. Do you know what I mean? Do you want this colour with that? And when you're not sure, so if you want that as well, we offer all this service. We're amazing, really, aren't we? So
and in fact, Becky, one of them, it was Puffin Rainbow.
One of them was Puffin Rainbow,
which was designed for Becky. So
if you are unsure and you don't know what you want, or you want a bit of help on colour, just drop us a message either via the website or on Facebook or Instagram. I can do it by messaging, or if you're happy, I'm more than happy to do video links, because it's sometimes excuse me, is a bit easier when you don't know the colours, and it's difficult on photos, isn't it? Because they sometimes show up a bit different.
Well, sometimes you want. Oh, hang on, just go back to that one. No, just put them two together. It is easier. So Marie will put all the colours together, and then I just get the message of what to go out to the shed and dye.
Exactly. And anytime if I'm about, I'll sort it out. Generally not. I'm not a night owl. 10 o'clock's my cut-off, but I am a early bird. So I'm usually about 6 o'clock. Not that many will be.
So we did have a. Yeah, I was out dyeing frantically this morning, and we did have an exchange. So
yes, we did. We had a bit of an exchange. I'll take that off because I'm going to get boiling. I'll drape it casually over one shoulder, like that.
Oh, look, Lisa's saying she thought she'd lost things, and then she got a free piece of software, and she got them all back.
Yeah, I don't think it's as simple as that. I think it's because I used the thing as a time machine, so it wasn't. I don't know. I don't think it's there. I think what it's done is when it's transferred it all over, rather than it took the photos, but then it's done. I don't know what it's done. It's created some weirdness of Macness. Weird. But all I know is that the Big Mac has nothing on it because it has been completely wiped, and it is a brand new machine now. So it's not there. So if it's not on me external disk,
hopefully you'll update us next week by saying, found them. This is where they were.
I mean, Grace already moans that I don't have photographs of, I don't have videos of her of things and photographs. No. Oops.
Oh dear.
It has to do with real photos that were in the loft because some of them got water on them. That was a job. In fact, I do need to do that. I've got a gazillion photos in the loft. Some of them have got stuck together when it's been a bit. So I probably, I've had nothing to do for the last year, really, have I? I could have been in there and photographing them all and having them all sorted out. Maybe that could be a task to do for up until April or whenever.
Yeah, maybe that's for the next month.
When Boris tells me on Monday, you're not going anywhere, love, for a while, I might think, I better go and do that job of photo.
Yeah,
loft.
That job I've put off for a year, I might go and do it now.
And go, who's these people on that photo?
When was that? I don't remember that.
Who's that child? I have no idea. Oh. Happy days. So what have you been up to then?
Well, I've not got a finished object, but I have been working on my socks. So I have nearly finished them. I've got
oh my lord,
that much wool left.
Oh, you are joking. Will you manage? You'll manage, won't you?
Oh no, I've got my contrast to do my bind off. So I've just been, because this was only 50 grams, but look how big they are.
Wow.
I mean, for 50 grams, you forget how big a sock you get.
How much meterage was on that 50 grams? Can you, what was it?
I've got all the information here. It was 212 meters.
So there's more on that than, oh no, 212, sorry, I thought you said 220.
212.
Yeah, so that's 420, isn't it, ish?
Yeah.
So same.
424. That's how long they are.
I like the pattern you've used.
And I did a heel flap and gusset with a slip stitch heel. So I have just knit them 2 at a time and just kept going to the point where last night I'm thinking, I just want to finish these. But there was so little wool left. I've got half a round or maybe a round of each left.
I love the colour.
There's no point stopping because I'm going to have too little to be able to do anything else. I really like it. That's
really nice. And you've done, you haven't, if you've done it, you're probably using more yarn. You've done like the heel of that way and so you probably use more yarn than if you just like an afterthought heel or something without.
I was thinking, because I've really not got much of the contrast, so I didn't have enough to do a heel. I definitely didn't need them. So I'll weigh them when I've finished, but I wouldn't think I had more than 10 grams of the contrast.
Nice.
So, I mean, I'm not going to have much of a cuff. I am just going to do 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to nick Tracy's idea because Tracy did hers with a picot cast off, didn't they? And they look really pretty. Yeah. So I'm just going to do a couple of rounds of that and then do a little picot cast off.
No.
But again, I did this with the socks I knit out of the Christmas rainbow just before Christmas, but of course that was a month ago. Why didn't I knit them so that that's the outside? Because I really like that.
You like that? I like them the other way.
So I need to cast
wear them like that.
Because
is it the way you picked your stitches up?
No, because you don't pick your stitches up for your heel flap and gusset toe up. But just like where I've woven in the contrast and things like that. But of course, I need to cast on another pair fairly soon to remember. I just think I really like the detail.
Don't you write yourself a little note in your book?
Yeah, but I won't look at that before I cast on the. I mean, when I'd done about 2 inches and I looked inside, I thought, oh yeah, I remember last time thinking.
Use a pattern.
No, I've just done knit 3 purl one.
Mandy says, what's the yarn?
It does look, now I do like it like that, but you don't see much of it, whereas the other way round. It's Craft House Magic, and it's the Teenage Dirtbag colourway. And I did only buy it last year, the back end of last year, so I would think Ellie's still got it in stock, but it was just 50 grams of it, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Nice. So I liked it when I bought it, and I really like the way it's knit up. I really like the colourway. I didn't want to do a fancy pattern because I think you lose sometimes you can't see the wool.
Yeah.
So nice. I'm just.
So what? They will be feet. Are they for your?
Well, mine are a 7. I've not tried them on, but you know, they'll be about right.
They'll fit somebody's feet.
I knit because it says knit till you're 3 inches short of your ankle or whatever the pattern says. So I tried them on, so they were 3 inches short. I've just not tried them on because I didn't finish knitting them till last night. So, but yes, like I say, I would have been up till gone midnight trying to finish them, and I just had to stop myself and think, why? It doesn't matter. You can still see what I've been knitting.
They look nice.
And they will be finished for. Oh, I've not got it. Well, they will be finished for next week. It was just out of the Wendy D. Johnson's Socks on the Toe Up, and it's just called something like the basic slip stitch heel. I just literally followed that pattern. However many stitches she said to cast on. I just had to decrease by 1 after I'd done the heel because the numbers were out. I was 1 over to get the pattern in, but I just knit 2 together and carried on. So, nice. Yes, very nice. And I really do like that yarn. I would knit something else in it.
Looks really
Not
nice.
I've got any left, but if she'd got any, I would buy it again and knit something else. So
nice.
Lovely. There we go. That is one of the projects I've been knitting on.
What else have you been working on?
And then the other thing is you can't really see now because I've gone onto my sleeves. I suddenly had a thought. I mean, I didn't have much yarn left last week, but now I've really not got much left. And I suddenly thought, before I change yarn, I really ought to do the sleeves. So at least
you know it's the same, looks the same.
The body and the sleeves, as long as the body are the same yarn before I switch. So I've just put it onto, I mean, now it does look like it will fit.
So that's the turquoise, isn't it, and the olive?
Yes. So I've just put it on really long needles for the body, but then you can't really see the sleeves because I'm doing them 2 at a time.
Yeah, nice.
So, but we've started. So in fact,
that's a really nice pattern.
In fact, I've got 1 more turquoise stripe to go on the sleeves, and then the sleeves and the bodice are at the same length with the same yarn.
So what
now I know
with the sleeve or go back to the body?
I'm going to, so I've got turquoise to do, and then I'll probably do 1 more stripe of the sleeve because I've not got enough to do a stripe of the body, and then I'm just going to change yarn at a stripe.
Right.
So even if I've got some of this left, and I've not got enough to do the 10 rows of the stripe. I'm just going to go to the new row.
Yeah.
But the new yarn.
Will you finish your sleeves first, or then go back to the
No, because I'm a long way off finishing.
Right.
So then I'm just going to go back and do
Keep going.
a stripe of the body, stripe of the sleeves, body sleeves, I think. So it grows. I'm not left having to do one or the other.
Nice.
I've still got a long way to go, but it's easy. The only thing I've got to do now is I just have to concentrate. Well, not have to concentrate. I've just had to write out the rows for the sleeve because I need to do the decreases every 9.
Right. Okay.
So I've literally just written 1 to 10, and then where the decrease is 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the only thing I need to concentrate on at the minute. And then I've not got it in the bag, but because I didn't dye them at the same time because I didn't think I was doing it. The fairly close. We'll see when I knit them, but I thought there's no point trying to alternate. I know you would normally alternate skeins. There's no point. I'm better off just finishing in a stripe.
Yes,
and then
it's not going to be that much different, is it?
It's really not.
We say it's best to buy if you want to knit a jumper, buy it all in one go because you've got more chance of it being close.
If I was going to do it, if I knew I was going to knit the jumper in just 2 colours, I'd have dyed 4, 2 of each at the same time.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But I've looked at them and they're as near as damn it.
Yeah.
I just thought if the body's done in one and the sleeves they're next to each other,
obvious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, it's easy knitting. It doesn't look like I've done much, but that's what I've spent most of my time knitting on. Because we keep getting sidetracked with other things. Excuse me. And I don't want to. I want to have my jumper. So that is my main focus. And I keep dipping in and out of other things, but that is my main focus. So
I've got the zigzag scarf, but I'll show that at the end because then we can probably have a talk about that, the impromptu. But I found a pattern I liked on my cross stitch. And this is,
I saw that. What pattern is it?
It's called Country Warms the Heart, and it's a Jeremiah Jackson, but I think they're all discontinued patterns, so I really struggled to find it. But so that's the bit I've done so far. And it looks so different once you put the and then that's the back, so it's fairly neat at the back.
Very neat.
So I'm really enjoying it. So I started doing that when Thursday. I only started it yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday, wasn't it?
Yesterday was definitely Thursday.
Definitely Thursday. Hello, Judith from Toronto. So yes, I'm enjoying doing that. So that's keeping me busy. So I did struggle to find it. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. I ended up on Pinterest and I went through a lot of links. There was loads of patterns because it came from the Jeremiah Junction ones that I really like, which is what the Country Bloomers one was. It's American and it was in the Country Cross Stitch magazine, which is out of publication now. So you can get hold of bits and pieces on Etsy and on eBay. Some of them are ridiculously priced.
But that's the only way you can get it now. They didn't release the pattern separately. It was only in the magazine.
No, some of them were released, but they're not released anymore.
Right.
So, they've obviously come out of production or print. So some of them are really hard to get hold of. So I could find lots of images. And then I went on Pinterest and was like just following links to find things. And then I managed to find sort of a bit of a pattern. Some bits I'm probably going to have to make up. I don't know. So I'm sort of hoofing it a little bit. It's more the image I've got.
So it's not a kit. You've just got the pattern.
Yeah. And then, I've shown you this before on me blooming.
Yeah. Well, I saw in your picture you'd got that out.
So I had to buy some colours, but the others I've got. So yeah, so I've got the image. It's not the actual pattern. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sort of working from something that somebody else has created on Pinterest.
Yeah. So the colours, you are just using what you've got, or
yes,
a colour to go with it, rather than using the specific colour that it says. Yeah.
It's the Ada. I like antique white, which is normally the colour I would use, and I could not get hold of it for love nor money anywhere. But this has got a sparkle on it. I don't know if you can. It's got like a.
Oh, you can, yes.
I mean, I love sparkle. I'm not for Christmas. I think it will be nice, but I'm not. The only good thing is that once you're sewing over it, you can't really. You know what I mean? You can't really see it. But it's actually been nice doing something different.
Yeah, but the bits.
So I think it's going to be about. That's one end. And then I think the other end will be there. So it's not massive, and then it's about the same down. So it's not a huge picture. But
so it's more.
I'll show you the image.
It's more square.
I'll show you the image.
Is it me or Marie that keeps freezing? Is it me again?
You again. Yeah. Yeah, it's you again, I'm afraid. Yeah, you're doing all weirdness. So where's the photo? Let me find the photo. Right, this is the photo.
Right, while you're finding the photo, let me see if I can.
So that is
I might go and come back.
That is what I'm doing. I liked it because it's got a cow on it. But yeah, it's really. Oh, that's better. That's better. I can do it that way. So that's the image I'm doing. And putting my own twist on it, really. So Dominic will come back when she can. I don't think I am that fast, Kathy, to be fair. I think for me, when I cross stitch, I'll go, I won't do each cross. So I'll do like half a cross of all the one colour, and then I just go back. It's quicker because then you don't have to count it. So whether that makes it a bit quicker, I don't know. Let me let Dominic back in again. So I don't know if that's why. I mean, we've now got two Dominics. Just when you think one isn't enough, we get two of her. There we go. So I don't know if that's why I'm quicker, because I don't do a full cross stitch. I do a half of all the colour. So I do rows and rows and rows of the same colour. So you're only really counting sort of once, and then I go back and do the other half the other way. So that, I don't know if that makes it quicker. But I am really enjoying it. I'd forgotten how much. And it was funny because my auntie put on one of the posts. I'd done one for her, and I'd forgotten I'd done it. I really used to make a lot of them. And yeah, so I found quite a few patterns I like. But as I say, it's sourcing that particular. And there were some I found in America, but then they won't ship to the UK.
Of course, yeah.
They won't ship to UK. So I found some, and so I thought, oh, that's no use, is it? Kathy was nearly going to get a phone call to say, Kathy, if I order it, can you post it to me? But then some of them were, the pattern was $4, but then for postage they wanted $22, and I thought, I don't think so.
No, and that's not them, is it? That's just the way customs is at the minute. Yeah.
And I thought, that is ridiculous. So as I say, I managed to find, I think it's probably, the only way I could find it, and it was out there on Pinterest. So that's why I'm not showing you what I'm using, because it's probably, if you find it, then you found it.
Yes.
Somebody has put patterns, bits of patterns all over the internet. So that's how I used it. So if you're interested, go to Pinterest and have a look, and you'll find images of things you can use.
Yeah. The thing is, there's just loads and loads and loads out there, but you specifically wanted that brand, didn't you?
I did. I wanted it to match the other one, because I went and had a rummage through my patterns, and I have got a couple of those patterns, but I've done them all. and but there's some lovely bits, and it's because
Yeah.
I like the, like I said last week, I like the fact that they are the full cross stitch or a half cross stitch on the image, because some images you do and they're not true, and I don't like it. It irritates me because it doesn't look neat when I put my outline round.
Yeah.
So,
but there will be other brands that do that exactly the same. But you know that one does it.
I couldn't find it. I could not find, and I'm kicking myself from. I might ask our friend Jane when we speak to her later if she's got it. I mean, she could probably. We bought her this cross stitch kit, and it was of houses in the UK, and they were like of Whitby and beach huts and things, and it was this guy who was the artist who made them, and they were absolutely beautiful. And I wished I'd bought one then.
Yeah.
If I could find that, I would really like that, because they did some. He did some like old-fashioned village scenes and things. So, thanks, Kathy. Yes, Sarah, I have put my order in for Dominic to fill my cupboard up. Yes, I did.
Yes.
I
didn't do it because I didn't have time. Marie gave me about 40 minutes notice today to say she was coming, so it's not being done, but it's on order.
I did realise where the turquoise had gone. Dominic's jumper. Dominic came and got the wool that was at my.
It's not. That's the one you've got. That's the one I gave you today.
That's why I didn't have it in the cupboard, because I'd given it to you that time.
Oh, I see. Yes.
I couldn't work out why I didn't have one in the cupboard. I was thinking, I don't understand, because we've got one of every, at least one of everything. I couldn't work it out. That's why I gave it to you.
Yes.
And then I'd forgot.
And then it's come back.
So
we'll just goes backwards and forwards between us like nobody's business.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying doing that. It's quite nice to do something different in between.
Yeah.
So
it is. It's like switching from knitting or crochet, isn't it? It's just doing something different, and I'm sure it must occupy a different part of your brain as well. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But whatever that is, I have no idea. But so it was nice. So I've ordered a few more of the these plastic bows that you put the threads on.
Oh yes.
I've ordered a few more of those off good old eBay, and then to put in the plastic that goes in my folder. I was actually amazed that when I went in it was relatively neat and tidy. That was surprising.
But have you had a bit of a tidy up?
No, I haven't. I must have done it at some point, but everything was all in its place. I think what had happened, there was one time that Grace had been in them ages ago, and it had got all untangled, and everything I'd lost the will to live and just threw it all in. And then I think I must have had a strop with myself one day and thought, I'm going to put them all back together. Some of them haven't even got numbers on, because I would just buy them on mass. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
yeah.
But they get used for all sorts. Yes, Sarah, she stole my stash. Well, she didn't actually, because I gave her it willingly. So she didn't actually steal it because she wasn't allowed on the premises. She wasn't allowed in.
It was thrown at me.
I did throw it at her.
Yes.
Once it gets to me, that's it. She's not allowed anymore.
It doesn't come back. It only goes one way normally. I did very well to get it back.
No, I'm getting on with the bakery boxes. They've all been wound once, so they're all ready to go. So that's my job for the weekend, to get them all finished. So have you got anything else to show us?
No, only sorry, I'm doing what you normally do, and I've just gone down a rabbit hole. Only the zigzag. But
yes,
I mean, when I say but mine's about 2 inches, because I cast mine on, and then I started to think, what am I doing? Everyone's raced ahead. Why am I killing myself to keep up? I just need to stop. And so this is now a very long-term project for me. But I am so pleased. I'm so pleased I've started it, because I mean, that is all I've got.
But that looks lovely.
I love it.
Which ones have you used? Which colour of sour balls have you used then? Because Is Lucy still doing the discount, or is it only for a limited period?
No, she is, and I've got the details. I'll give you the details. You have to remember, I picked these thinking I was going to knit socks, so I didn't pick them to go together. And I would never in a million years have picked them to knit these two together.
No.
The other one had got blues, greens and yellows. I can't show you that because that's gone to Mum. I posted that because Mum wanted to do one. I would never in a million years put them together. And I think I showed pictures last week. I'd got plains, I'd got all sorts of things. I started with that and a plain, and I really didn't like it. So I ripped it out and I thought, well, I've ripped one out, I might as well start. But I love it.
Well, the pattern does say it is meant to be done with two variegated, isn't it? Because Sarah's messaged me, she was a bit worried that she thought it was two variegated. Why were people doing it with single? I think you can do it with whatever you want.
You can do, and I've seen some that are solid. Well, yours is solid and a pattern, but it was the yarn I didn't like. It was the fibre company, which is nice, but it's somewhere between a DK. It's like a sport.
Right. Okay.
So it's 100 grams and it's 300 meters.
Right. Okay.
So there was a difference in thick. That was one of the things I really didn't like. But yeah, I mean, mine is going to be a really slow knit because, again, like I said last week, you just get this. I just get this need to think, oh, I've got to do it, and then I just thought, I'm making myself poorly trying to keep up with everybody. The
whole reason we've done it though is for like it's going to run a while, isn't it? We're not
exactly. And so that's when I stopped myself and thought, no, I love it, and I'm really pleased we've got the knit along going, but mine is going to be a slow burn. So
I'm waiting. I'm just seeing there. Claire said that Lucy's got low on stock. She did say she was ordering some more, and I'm holding off for ordering because she said she was getting some new colours.
I've got a message. So this one, the darker one, is Garden Party.
Yeah.
It's number 2355, and then that one is 2389, and it's Anniversary Party.
Oh, so party.
I didn't know that when I ordered them. So Lucy of Lucy at Locketland got in touch after she'd seen the podcast and seen that we'd launched it. She got in touch and she's offered 10% off all her Zower balls. You'd need the code. I'd put it on social media. And I'll put it on the links below, but it's WITA, WITAZZ.
All capitals.
All capitals, to get you 10% off. Now, she did say, let me just find the message, that she's got more in stock next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, because, I mean, I've started mine, but I'm really liking it, and I'm thinking it's a nice, you always have a pair of socks on the go. It's nice just because it's easy. Your mum was just saying it is easy to do. Although at one point I was forgetting how to count to 5 and 4. I mean, I don't know. But once you can see where it is, you know where you've gone wrong straight away. So you can either fudge it or just go back. So I'm waiting to see what other colours she gets in, and then I'm going to order another couple because I think I might do it as a present or something. I think it's a nice thing to have as a present. I'm like you. I think it's a nice thing to have on the go. Yeah. For when you don't really have to think about it. And I want to pick some colours. I'm really liking this. And you watch, I'll pick some colours and I won't they won't be as nice as what I'm knitting with. Well, I found some wool that I got for Christmas and I thought, I'm going to use that. And when I put it together, I just didn't like it. So I changed it. I have no idea what this is. It was in my stash. I got it. I remember getting it, but it's a little bit. It's got the like the flexing, like the two coloured tones, a bit like it's mild, isn't it? Yeah. I thought, I'll give that a go. Which is like the Zower balls because they're the same. They're mild. That's what I thought. And then I've used a solid navy, so my colour contrast because again I'm using up stash. So I'm using navy, denim, and grey that I had that I had left over. And I just thought, I did change it because I was going to go navy, olive, and something. I tried that; it didn't look right. I really like it. So,
I mean, do you know what I think? When you do it like
how different does it look it with the different contrast?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it really does. Like with the navy, it really makes it pop, doesn't it?
And then that, it looks really washed out. It's bizarre.
The navy looks like two very distinct colours,
Like
and then the grey, it looks like it's like an oil painting that's just been smeared. You can't see it.
Like
but I really like it.
Like a Monet. But I mean, I've seen somebody done it as a cowl. Kathy done it as a cowl. I like that idea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This may become a cowl. I don't know. I might just join it because I quite like the length of it and just the colours. I don't know. Who knows? But how different does it look? It's just weird.
Yeah. It is. So that was one of the things I wanted to say. So if you've not seen, then we've got a thread on Ravelry, and it's been so nice. It's just been so nice to see all the different colours going into it. There's 78 posts already in a week.
Brilliant.
And it's really nice. I just keep seeing things and think, I wouldn't have thought of putting them together, or it looks so different depending on what colours you use.
Well, that's what I'm waiting. Stuart, you're not struggling. We're not struggling to count. It's because our brains are so far ahead of where they need to be. That's what it is. We're like 5 stages ahead. That's why we can't count to 5 and 4. I was doing it and then looking and thinking, I should be a whole here instead of knitting 2 together. I've obviously gone wrong. Go back. Sometimes I'm just like, you can't tell. If you just have to cobble it together. But I was at one point thinking 5, 4.
The thing is, it depends how you count, but I'm like 5 together, 4, make 1. But sometimes I go 5 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that wasn't that should have been a make.
Well, now that you can see the pattern, I'm just counting to 5. So I'm doing 5 where I might knit me 2 together. 5. Oh, it's not a 5. I need to make it in this 5th.
Yes.
So that's how I'm doing it.
It does make it easier as you go. You can see. But if you need to use stitch markers,
good idea.
It's whatever. It saves you having to take rows out.
But it is because our brains are so far ahead, Stuart. We're like thinking of 15 projects after this one, but we can't count to 5. That's all it is. It's our intelligence striking out. That's what it is.
But yeah, it is. If you're on Instagram, then the hashtag is ZZ Scarf Cal, all lowercase, all one word, because we will do a giveaway at some point in the future, and we'll pick one from Ravelry and one from Instagram, but we'll use that hashtag to search for them. So
don't worry if you're struggling with the groups on Ravelry. Just ask to join our Knit and Natter group on Facebook if you are on Facebook, and you can post your images there.
Absolutely.
And if not, if you just want to tag us on Instagram, if you don't have any other way of doing it, we want it to be inclusive for everybody. I mean, I'll be honest, I use mainly Ravelry to search for patterns. I didn't even know that there was all this other stuff went on Ravelry. And I found it, not because I don't know how to do it, I just can't be bothered to tune myself.
I can't. I hate putting pictures and things on Ravelry.
Put images on Ravelry, it's a pain in the because you've got to put it onto your project.
Unless you use Ravelry for your projects, it's not quick and easy.
No, so you've then got to create a project, which is a pain, to get your photo on, or you have to pay. I thought, there's a way to do it. I can do it. You can upload from your phone or whatever. Yeah, you have to pay. Not a lot of money, but I don't want to pay. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, because what they're trying to do is encourage people to put your projects on, which is, And I understand, because when I go looking at a pattern, I go onto the projects and look through people's projects to know what they've done. Because if there's any problems, or if people have had to change needles to get, it's all there. So I absolutely understand. But it's just been so nice. I've come in from work every night and I've gone on, and there's always been different posts. So just to read through.
I'm pleased you're looking at it. I started looking at it and then I was getting confused, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to keep off it. I'll just leave that to you then.
I don't know what I'm doing. I absolutely don't know what I'm doing, but it's nice to come in and to see everyone that's put things on. People are taking the time. Marie saying it's a pain. People are doing that. So we are really grateful that you are taking the time to join in, and just watching everyone else comment on everyone else's is really nice.
If you are struggling, just join the Knit and Natter, our Knit and Natter on Facebook, and we can put it on there as well, so it can be, you know, it have a bit of, sorry Claire, 5 and 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 4, 4 and 5.
I mean, you know, we're all, look at this, you can see everyone else is, so it is a really easy pattern. But any patterns are easy, but if you're not concentrating, that's why I've had to write out 1, 2, 3, D, 5, 6, 7, because if not, I miss a decrease row. It's every 9 rows. It's not difficult.
I was just about to say that, because it's garter stitch, because all you're doing is knitting, you don't think, you'd like switch your brain off, so you just keep going, then you think, oh, I forgot, I'm past the number 5 now. I'm definitely past the number, oh, what am I doing? At one point, I'd just done a straight line, because I was just like watching something and knitting and thought, no, I've gone wrong now, haven't I?
But yeah, it is,
sorry, Claire, we won't mention the numbers anymore.
It's the zigzag pattern by, Christy Cam. There's links to it on our social media, but it's obviously on Ravelry, and I will put a link
and it's
under here.
Pattern. It's a free pattern, and
it is a free pattern.
How it came about last week, you know, just from Dominique buying the wool. It was Lynn, wasn't it, that then gave the pattern, and then everybody said, what about doing this? And it just snowballed, and it was lovely, wasn't it? It was really nice.
The amount of people, so like Kathy has put on, she'd been through she'd got 3 projects that she'd knit previously. You know, the amount of people that said either they've knit them, finished them, they've knit them, got halfway through, and put them to one side, and they've picked them out again. And I can see how that's done, because if you've got other projects on the go, this for me is going to be a knit and natter, or just sat in front of the telly when I don't want to think about anything. But I can't see me thinking, I'm going to sit and knit on this for a couple of hours today. Even at knit and natter, I think I'll do an hour on it, and then, particularly because I've got big projects on the go that need finishing, but I don't mind how long it takes me. And I have no doubt I know when Lucy's got more stock in, I shall be on there buying at least 2 more.
It can be a 2021 Cal, you know, no rush.
Absolutely, but just I keep seeing different people do it, and you think, oh, I really like that.
It is,
and it's a good stash buster. People have been using Stash Up as well.
And you can use any weight wool as well. I've seen a few that's been done in double knit that look really nice.
Yes, and I mean, you can see people, they've not done it quite as wide.
Yeah.
So if you did it in double knit, just reduce the number of stitches, you're going to get the same size.
And how many do you need to reduce it by, Dominique? What's the repeat?
It's 12.
12.
Because 5 add 4 is 12. It is definitely 12.
So any number of 12, you can work the pattern out. So there
you can go shorter or wider.
Yeah, shorter.
Narrower or. But if I did it again, I might do it in double knit and just reduce the number of stitches, but you're going to get a similar size.
Or just go big. Just go big.
Or just go big. I was just looking, Lucy, I knew she had, I couldn't find them. On the Ravelry thread, Lucy has put some different combinations, put different combinations together and put photos on there as well. Because there's some I'm like, do like that. But I thought I'm going to wait to see what other colours come in.
Weird until you start knitting with it though, isn't it, those elbows? Because you can't tell what colours are coming. So some of them look really pale and then you think, where's that colour come from?
Yeah. And of course, you know what I'm like? I'm really not enjoying knitting from the outside.
Can you only knit from the outside of his elbow?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So I do think that is quite prejudiced for inside knitters. But I'm coping.
I'd write to them, Dominique, and say...
I mean, someone's going to tell me now that you can actually knit from the inside, but I couldn't see a way that you could get inside. I just don't like knitting from the outside.
Sue's done it using double knit with 60 stitches, so divisible by 12.
I mean, 5 times. That's it. So it was just want to give you the discount code, to give you the hashtag, and just to say thank you for joining in, because it's been fab. Yeah. Just seeing something grow and seeing people go back to projects that they've put to one side, having fallen out of love with or whatever, and come back to it.
And it's been so popular that we've been talking about like other projects that we're going to do in the year. So we have got some other things in the year that might be inclusive, that we want you to get involved with.
Yes.
It's still all in the pipeline at the minute.
Things that we've thought about rather than decided randomly.
Anybody else deciding for us. So we have got some things coming up sort of later in the year as well. And we'll be asking you as well about different colours like we did at Christmas time when we were looking for adding to new colours. So we'll probably be doing the new colour talk March time, won't we?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're thinking of
which is only 2 weeks away.
Which new colours you'd like to see. I mean, we've got a few that we can show you anyway in March. But yeah, so get your thinking caps on, ready for that time.
Yes.
But that's me. I haven't really got anything else to show today. My voice is going croaky again.
No, I have just been on my 3 projects. I mean, once I've got my socks cast off, which could be today, could be tomorrow, I'm not very good with just 2 projects on the go. I know I've just said I don't want to kill myself, but they're both like long-term projects.
Yeah.
So I do just need a quick cast on.
Yeah, you do. You do need something quick.
But I need a double knit.
Why don't you do another cowl? What was that cowl that we were showing the other day? Was it on... Who did the... Sue, was it you that showed me a new pattern on... What day are we on? On yesterday. A new cowl pattern that was in double knit that had a bit of lace on it.
Was it Caroline? Caroline's almost finished one.
No, I think it was Sue. Sue, was it you? Just say yes or no that you showed me. It was a cowl you'd done. It had a bit of lace on. My brain's not been functioning this week, I don't think. It was
because Caroline's just about finished the Snowdrift one, and that's got a bit of lace at the bottom.
No, it wasn't that one. It was... Let me have a look. I might have saved it on Ravelry. And I thought of you.
Maybe I'll just do another pair of socks, but I'll do a DK pair this time. I don't know what. I just want to have something. I like to have something that can be done in...
So what was the name of the pattern?
Yeah, I like something that can be done in like under a month.
Right. It was really nice. It was a double knit, on those little cowls that looks like a scarf. And I can't remember what the name was. And it was on
Sue will put it on, I'm sure.
It was Spring to It cowl. No, the other one.
I've done that one.
Oh, I'm losing. I didn't do knit on Wednesday, so it wasn't there. I'm sure it was. I mean, who knows?
Well, Caroline's finished this. That did look nice. Maybe I'll look at that.
Stand by. I'm just going on Ravelry.
Um,
I saved it. I'm sure I saved it. It was a funny
yeah,
word.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do another hat. I mean, I do like a cowl, but I've just done 3.
Oh, that's it. That's why I can't say it. The Urangi cowl.
By
Francois Denoy.
no, not seen that one.
It is a paid pattern, and it is done in 4-ply. But I think it would look lovely in double knit.
Westboro hat.
Do the Westbrook. Oh, look now, they're all coming now. It was Jane. See, I'm getting my days mixed up. Honestly, I haven't been with it this week. Yes, it was you, Jane, that showed it. It is 4-ply, and I said it looked like double knit because it did.
Right.
Look, it was beautiful, the one that Jane had done, and I've added it to our list. The Zeus petal cowl. I mean, look, they're all coming.
They are.
Yeah, you did. It's coming back to me now, Jane. It was 4-ply, and I said it looked like double knit because it does. Even on that photo, I think it looks quite chunky, and it was beautiful. It looked really nice this shot. But I think there's a lot. I don't know whether it's because that's what we're looking at the minute. You're finding more that shape, but there does seem a lot of cowl shawl scarves coming out. You know,
yes,
like shawls, don't they?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like bubbles?
Yes. Yes, I do. In fact, I'd got something saved that I've just got rid of. It was chunky. That was bobbles. Yeah, I've not done bobbles.
Oh, I mean, look, this is how it happened last week, wasn't it? I mean, this is where we go. We just start.
I mean, look, Caroline's John the Crown did. That's what I think. Maybe that's what I want to do. Yeah, a bobble or something something that's not completely mindless, but that I can do with double knit. That's going to be quite quick.
I'm just looking here. Zuzu's petal cowl. Oh, there's another one for you.
That's nice.
That's the one that Sarah mentioned. Zuzu's petals cowl.
Is that double knit?
Stand by 1 moment. Pattern. Worsted. 10-ply. No.
Oh,
that's not a 10-ply.
That'd look more like a 4-ply.
Hang on, I'm on the right thing now. Sports weight, 5-ply.
Right.
That's nice. 2 gauges can be knitted in sports weight, worsted weight, knits up fast, top down, small amount of yardage, loads of measurements on eDomNit. You'd like that, all centre front, back, neck openings. 5.5mm needle.
Oh, even better. I mean, that's just.
That looks nice. I'm going to put that as a favourite. I like that. That's pretty. Thanks, Sarah.
And thank you, Judith. I'm going to go and have a look at them. So yeah, I need to get my socks finished first, and then my zigzag is just going to be as and when, do a bit when I fancy it, and then just keep going with the jumper is my main focus.
Finished, don't you?
But there is only so long that you can just keep going around. Even you count into 10 rows, and obviously the sleeves are quicker, although I'm doing them 10 at a time, but I'd try and do 20 rows, one stripe of each colour, and then do a bit of knitting on something else. And it is surprising how quickly it grows.
Yeah.
A stripe is more than an inch, so
yeah,
it is getting there. That is my main focus, but
we'll have a look at that. Marion's saying that Kath's got a bobble wrap.
Oh, thank you, Marion. I'll go and have a look.
Long Sheep Shop. Lensleydale Longwall Sheep Shop.
Thank you, Marion. I shall go on. Do you know, you said bobbles? I'd seen a pattern recently, and I've never knit bobbles before.
And that's what it is.
But I fancy having a go at something like that.
Oh, very good.
Oh, Sarah, you know how much I like the stone washed and the river washed.
Oh yes, Sarah's just got some more of that in. Oh, look, now we're getting wool thrown at us, pattern thrown at us. I mean, there's just no excuse now, is there?
Well, I mean, look, last Friday, I went from having 3 sour balls to knit socks with, and we'd got a knit along scarf, which has turned out, and I'm loving it. So this is why we love knit and natters and doing this, isn't it? Because we've all knit so many different things, or crocheted or whatever. There's always someone there to go, what about, have you thought of?
And especially because this is interactive as well, which is really good.
Yes.
It is a bit like our knit and natters, although you're not on the screen. But it's nice that everybody is sharing things with us, because everybody's got different things that they've done.
Yes.
Yeah, really good. Thank you. So thank you for joining in. And
because I would have just knit socks with the sour balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suddenly you're opened up into a world of something that I'm loving as it's going. So yes, thank you very much. Tune in next week to find out what I went for.
Tune in next week to find out what Dominique has gone for.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it. I've not got anything else to show you this week.
No, I think I'm probably going to have to stop talking because I'm losing my voice. My throat's getting sick again. So I think we may have to just be just a short one this week. Although we have rabbited on for an hour and 10 minutes.
I was going to say it's still an hour and 10 minutes. So then we can all go quiet and let Claire get back to accounting properly.
4, 5.
No.
4.
Right,
5.
Claire, I'm putting the board up so she stops. Thank you all for joining us. It's lovely as always, and we shall see you next week for the last one of February.
Next week for the last one of February. Thanks everybody for joining in.